GZ, but it's actually me. And it is the 12-inch nonstick cast iron all-purpose pan. This, come follow me over here for a second, while this is bubbling on the stove. I want you to see that this is cast iron. This is real deal cast iron. But what GZ did and made it different, he added a nonstick coating on the inside, which means you'll never, ever, ever have to season this pan. Not for the lifetime that you own it. You're also going to find that it washes more easily. And unlike all those rules before where you could never put acidic tomato sauce in a cast iron pan, or you could never put soap and water in a cast iron pan, all those things are out the window because this now works so beautifully. We call this an everyday pan or all-purpose pan because it can be used every day of the week for all kinds of jobs, right? So let me take you through colors, and I'm going to keep an eye on my scallops browning in brown butter. Chef, if you want to keep an eye on this for me, that'd be great. I just don't want them to burn. This is the black. I also have it for you in the cool gray. No, we're just calling this gray. 750 in the gray. This one is the green. 600 in the green. Don't forget I have cranberry. 1100 in the cranberry. And then finally I have it for you in Zakarian blue. 1400 in the Zakarian blue. You will never have to season these pans. You can also wash them in the sink with some warm soapy water. They cannot and will not hurt them. In fact, if you wanted to, you could put this into the oven up to 500 degrees because it is certainly safe for all of that as well. Let's check in with the man who makes it all possible. We call him Cast Iron Chef Jeffrey Zakarian. Chef, it's good to have you back, sir.
Oh, David, thank you. And thank you for cleaning up the dressing room. If I ever get back there, my dressing room needs cleaning as well.
Well, so I have to say, mine needed it badly, Chef. So I made good use of my time.
So we have everything here, but let's start off with a bang. Look, we made paella, we made a beautiful chocolate chip cookie, but look at these steaks. Those were seared 10 to 15 seconds ago, and into my pan, I threw mushrooms and onions in the jus, which is this leftover stuff that's all that, I call it love juice. Look at this, it's dry now, but we're gonna have some fun. How about a little flambe, baby?
Oh, look at you, fancy.
Fancy pants. So what we're making here is a little sauce, some red wine, and a cream sauce for our steak. And then we're gonna actually show you how easy this is in a minute to wipe off and make a gorgeous pan sauce. And this is what a chef lives off of. This is a pan sauce, plain and simple. A little butter's gonna go in there. It's gonna bubble, toil and trouble down for a few minutes, and then that's it. So we've made this gorgeous 3-star meal in this one pan, and guess what? No one's gonna wash it because it doesn't need washing. That's the beauty of this pan. Non-stick, dual layer, 500 degrees. It goes on any surface you might have in your house. I mean, any surface. Glass. I know a lot of people have glass top, and they always ask me. I actually like glass and electric because it's a very even surface and it's easy to clean. You know, there's a lot of nooks and crannies in gas, right? So it works on gas, it works outside. I put this on the grill, David, and have a blast. So as you can see, we have a paella. And then, of course, my favorite, cheeseburgers. Look at this.
Oh, now, Chef, while you're working on cheeseburgers there, I wanted to mention that I seared some sea scallops in brown butter. Now,
yum.
I know, right? They smell so good. But I want you to see this pan that I just took all the sea scallops out of. Now, there's a little residual butter in there, but I want you to see cleanup. Now, ordinarily, you might take this to the sink and run a little soapy water in it because you can. That nonstick allows for that. But look at this wipeout. Look at how nicely that pan came clean. That's now ready for your next dish, right?
Yeah, you would be crucified if you did that. If your grandmother saw you, she would not like you, or your mom.
Oh, no. Grandma would say, darling, leave some of the grease in the pan. We need the grease in the pan.
Exactly. So now you've shown that rule, so you can use anything. And I just put brandy and red wine in this pan. You couldn't put an acid before, but take a look at here. This is the burger pan. Now, I know you might think that's kind of odd, but I'm using my burger pan again. I'm doing just what you did. I'm wiping it out. And I always like to serve my burgers with a green vegetable. I know it sounds kind of odd.
Oh, no, my mother is very proud of you right now.
I'm going to put a little my Zakarian olive oil. Fresh pencil asparagus. When you have asparagus, make sure they're very green and slightly purple at the top. That indicates freshness. Into the pan, and there you have it. Okay. So far, we haven't gone near the sink, David, because we don't have to clean because it's non-stick, cleans up easy, it wipes with a cloth. and it retains heat to 500 degrees, so you can throw it in the oven, no problem. So from a breakfast, eggs to tacos to paella to chocolate chip cookies to salmon to a gorgeous steak, this pan does it all, literally right in front of you.
Chef, I'm going to echo your little chef tip there. When I'm shopping for asparagus, look for the ones that have a little hint of purple at the top.
Absolutely.
They're fresher, right?
Yeah, and they have water, and once that water goes, you know, it's a tiny baby sweet little twig, and there's nothing much left. When the water's gone, the asparagus is going to be woody and it's going to be bitter. So you want to make sure that the top is purple, and you'll see that little stems at the top, those little leaves, they pop open and they get dry looking. So that's what you want to always never buy those. It's very, very hard. I try to find out what time my supermarket gets its vegetables in. Some get Tuesdays, some get them on Monday, and I rush to the store on that day. But that's a little tip for everybody at home.
All right, good to know. And that's one of the reasons we love having you around. You share your little chef tips with us, which we appreciate so much. Now, this is the blue. In addition to the blue, I have it for you in the black. A lot of you shopping for the black because that is your classic cast iron color. I also have gray. Fewer than 700 in that gray. Here it is in green. Fewer than 500 of the green. Here's the red. Excuse me, cranberry. And earlier I called this blue, I believe it's Zakarian blue. 1,400 in the Zakarian blue. So, Chef, we're talking about some recipe cards that come along with this. So you're supplying us with some recipes.
Yes.
We made biscuits that should look a little familiar to you. Also some chocolate coconut macaroons.
Oh, baby.
That we baked off in here. You know, this can be a baking pan as easily as it can be a pizza pan, as it can be a paella pan, a cheeseburger pan. Chef did steaks in these. He flambéed in these. Fancy. So this is what it's all about, having a pan that does all these jobs.
Yeah, and you know, the great thing is these pans stay out. So in the morning they're out. And what happens in the morning? I throw bacon, I throw eggs in the bacon fat, I wipe them out, and then when that's done, I'm ready for my burgers, I'm ready for lunch, I'm ready for a skillet pizza, I'm ready for paella, I'm ready for cookies, salmon, halibut, burgers, whatever you want to throw in that one pan is fantastic. And let's have a little close-up here. So you remember that sauce we made exactly 4.7 minutes ago?
Yes.
Look at that. It's been just, look at, this is just what chefs really love to do. It's about the saucier. It's one of the positions in the kitchen. But I want to show you how just the wine and the beautiful acid of the wine and the brandy, and look at that.
Oh.
How gorgeous that is.
And mushrooms and all that everything left over from the steaks, right?
Yeah, and those are ribeye steaks. Remember, we cook them very high heat because it gets up to 500 degrees. And this is what we do in the restaurant. This is exactly when you get a steak au poivre or a steak with mushroom sauce. I'm doing it like I do it at the restaurant. I'm not making it any simpler. This is just the real deal. But for then, you didn't have the tools. Now you have the tools. And plus, you don't need a whole series of dishwashers in the background cleaning for you, because that's the luxury of having a restaurant. But look at how beautiful that is.
Oh.
And we have the sauce. We just drizzle some more on top of that. And again, a very complicated way to clean.
Well, and here's the other thing. When Chef and I first met at the International Home and Houseware Show, he was demonstrating one of his nonstick skillets and cooked for me a great big cowboy ribeye. Do you remember that, Chef?
Oh, yes.
Well, it wasn't just me. We all had a little bite, and it was, it was fantastic.
I think it's coming up soon. We're going to go with that. We're going to be in person. I can't wait.
I'm hoping we're going to be able to get back there next year. That would be awfully exciting. Well, that will be great. Hey, Chef, as we get ready to round out our presentation on this, I do want to remind everyone that this is an expiring price. Your price and your Easy Pay will both go away at the end of the day. I have Zakarian Blue. Don't forget, we also have it in black. From black, we move into gray. From gray, it's green. And then the cranberry. And just one more time, the Zakarian Blue. All of this coming together for you at a featured price of $49.98. 5 easy payments on your credit card. Iron Chef or Cast Iron Chef Jeffrey Zakarian. Sir, it is always a pleasure.
Thank you, David. Have a wonderful rest of the afternoon. I'll see you very soon.
All right, buddy. We'll look forward to it. And you and your family be well and be safe. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. So We're going to check in with Mary, who's going to update us on a few things, and I'm going to get ready for the final look at today's special value in this show from Vitamix. But Mayor, what you got?
Thank you, David.